Mazen Namdekano has given order for the disbandment of anything that has to do with police or army checkpoints across the whole of Biafraland. Yes, he gave this order on the 25th of February 2021 on his live broadcast. This is coming on the heels of the fact that the Nigerian army has made it a point of duty to be going around arresting people illegally, picking both men and women of Biafra, locking them up, transporting them to the far north, and scattering them in different zoological barracks, not arraigning them in courts just for no reason. They did not commit any crime. And at the expiration of 40 days, ESN will now step into the gap to enforce the order. He said he knows why he's giving 40 days. You're going to listen to the broadcast right now, but do well subscribe to this channel, please, and may Elohim bless you.
My name is Namdekano. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, the director of radio Biafra and Biafra television, and by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, a servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. We are going on to preach this very evening, but before I do so, I have a few and highly critical and important announcements to make. Because before we came on air, earlier today, we received a very distressing and very horrible news regarding an assassination attempt on the lives of one of our attorneys. Barrister Chukwuemeka Richard Okorafo, who has been instrumental in identifying, locating all the places that Biafrans were illegally transported to at the end of the NSAS protest, ostensibly from Obibo in Iguacha. He identified those places. He brought that to the attention of the world and has been working tirelessly to ensure their release. As some of you may recall, he is the barrister that was instrumental in securing the release of some of our women that were being repeatedly raped by uncircumcised and diseased terrorists in uniform in the northern part of the miserable, damnable Zoological Republic. This very person, this very man, a very noble man, I must say, very brave and unwavering. Today, earlier today, February the 25th, somewhere around Suleja, the Nigerian army, the Zoo army, sponsored by the likes of Nyesom Wike of River State, tried to kill Barrister Chukwuemeka Richard Okorafo. No attempt has been made on his life before. They made this attempt on his life because innocent men are languishing in jail in Iguacha, languishing in jail in River State, controlled by Wike. And he went there to inquire about their plight. He did that only 2 days ago. Today, he drove all the way to Suleja, where he got, of course, our intelligence pointed us to that they are holding our people. He went to that very place, he was able to confirm it. Having confirmed the presence of nearly 109 Biafrans, men and women. This is not the 56 in Abuja that they are raping every blessed day. No, this is a very different one altogether. Having found these people, having discovered where they are hiding them, not in a police detention, with no hope of ever taking them to court, the Nigerian military, with the connivance of Wike, and now we understand, Hope Uzodinma, are busy transporting our people, young men and women, for execution and harvesting of their organs in the north. I want people that may not understand what we are doing to pay very close attention this very evening, morning, or night, depending on where they are listening to us from. This man Chukwuemeka Richard Okorafo, who is an IPOB lawyer. All the efforts he has been making led to the release of Biafran women that were abducted from Obibo, from, I should say, the ruins of our synagogues over there, following the end of the EndSARS protest. This very day, this very barrister was traveling, coming out of this detention facility. They trailed him, and along the road, they tried to assassinate him. And I want the pictures of his bullet-ridden car to be circulated far and wide on every social media platforms. For those who may not know, everybody within, even the mainstream media in the zoo, should avail themselves of that very picture. It is extremely important that they do so. This very evening, as always, of course, I've issued a statement before now, but I must state it again for the purposes of clarity, that we are placing humanity, the world, on notice because they pretend they don't hear. We are also informing the news media in Nigeria and all around the world, those who are keen or interested to understand what is happening, that there is a war going on in Biafraland. It is subterranean, so to speak, very subliminal. If you're not observant, you will not know. This war involves the kidnap, abduction of young Biafran men and women, and their illicit rendering. They transport them to military, to Fulani, Alamajiri, Janjaweed-run military camps in the north, with the connivance, active connivance of Wike and now Hope Uzodinma. That is why this evening I am asking the Nigerian police and the Nigerian army to stop every patrol in Biafraland, because they use their patrol vehicles to arrest people, or should I say to abduct and to kidnap people, and then they send them to the north. If we don't discover their presence in these detention facilities in the north on time, they kill them, they harvest their organs, and they send them to India. That is what they have been doing. Those that we have managed to release so far, over 210 of people released so far, have cost us a fortune. But we would rather spend money on saving our people than to allow them to die in the hands of these vandals and vagabonds from the Sahel. They come into our land, they abduct our men, they abduct our women, they take them to the north, they rape them, the women, repeatedly. As some of you may have seen, the only underwear they had on since they were arrested is all that they have. They have no soap to wash their underwear. Every night, a Fulani guard, a Fulani soldier, they would take turns to be taking our women and gang raping them. This is happening right now as I'm talking to you. There is no Ohaneze anywhere. There is no political leadership anywhere to speak against these crimes against humanity. The United States ambassador is in Nigeria. Amnesty is somewhere in Abuja. The United Kingdom High Commissioner is there. The Canadian High Commissioner is there. The EU representative is in Nigeria. The United Nations representative is also in the zoo called Nigeria. Everybody understands what is happening because they have high-grade intelligence agencies working for them. So they are all aware of this very covert war going on in our land, that they come and they take our people in the guise of arrest. Therefore, I am saying from now onwards, any patrol car, any police vehicle we see on the road, any army patrol team should not be allowed to operate in Biafraland anymore. And from today onwards, I am giving them, both the army and the police, 40 days. I know why I chose 40 days. 40 days notice that there will no longer be any checkpoint in Biafraland. If we see any checkpoint, we'll destroy it. There will be no checkpoint in Biafraland anymore because you are using those checkpoints. When you see people, families traveling, you stop them. You separate a man from his wife. They take the man into the bush and they kill the man. And they send the wife as a sex slave to the north. That is what they're doing at these checkpoints. We do not want any checkpoints any longer. We are not going to have it in our land. We are not going to tolerate it. And from today onwards, all those patrols you're making, we don't want them in our land anymore. If we can do that in the streets, inside of the big townships, that's your business. Anywhere we see you, because in the townships, if you try to arrest somebody, people will ask questions. And our people must rise up now. Anytime you see the police or the army arresting anybody or trying to, please make sure you video them, and from a safe distance, of course, and make sure you capture them. Especially the number of the hillocks they're using. Because these people, they are abducting our men and women, sending them to the north. The women are being raped. The men are being cut up into pieces, and their parts and organs sent abroad for money. That is what the Nigerian army is doing. That is what they are doing. And they are using these useless patrols in our land to be identifying and abducting our people. We can no longer allow that to continue. Never, ever, ever will it continue anymore. Anywhere you see any patrol vehicle inside our towns and villages, you will destroy it. It's an order. I said to them that Hague, we are all going to end up there. That Hague, we are all, the world is watching as these abominations are taking place. They are all aware of what is going on, and nobody is saying anything. Nobody is saying nothing. The Nigerian state, the Janjaweed Fulani cabal in Aso Rock have declared war on the people of Biafra. They did not announce it, but they have declared war on the people of Biafra. And it is our duty and responsibility to safeguard our land, to make sure that our people are safe. And that is exactly what we are going to do. We are going to nip this problem in the bud. This problem is from the illegal checkpoints that we have, and of course, all the illegal patrols we have in our villages. We can no longer allow that to continue. They said, this is the same zoo that said, or should I say the IG announced a few weeks ago, that there will be no more checkpoints anywhere. But in Biafraland, you have checkpoints all over the place. We do not want that to continue. It can no longer continue. Anytime we see any patrol vehicle, we will regard you as a legitimate target because you have come to kidnap our people. Those asking us to do nothing. So we do nothing and they keep taking our women and raping them in the north. Is that what you're telling me? We should fold our hands and do nothing as they continue to abduct our young men? Is that what you're saying? If you go to, if not for this attempt on this lawyer's life today, we would not have known what these animals are up to. Why are you holding 109 people captive in Suleja, in a military barracks? What for? In a concentration camp? What for, I'm asking? The same people that are negotiating with their own bandits that they created. They give money to bandits, they give everything to them. You see an innocent person going to his business place, you abduct him and you send him to Suleja, to a military camp. Where have you seen such levels of injustice anywhere else around the world? Where have you seen it? I'm asking you. Why must we allow all this nonsense to continue? I don't blame them. We allowed the likes of idiots like Bcos to be imposed. Not, in fact, nobody even accepted him. It is the Zoo media and that's Rock that imposed him through Hope Uzodimma. You have all these imbecile governors, these do-nothing governors, whereas their counterparts in the north are negotiating with terrorists and bandits, rapists and murderers. They come to our land. They see you, they look around, there's nobody watching. They come to your workplace, they come to your business place, and they abduct you, and they send you to the north. What type of nonsense is that? That is why there will be no more checkpoints in our land. And any patrol vehicle we see outside any major city or metropolis, you become a legitimate target. You become a legitimate target. As simple as that.